Today's video feels deeply personal in a way that many of the other ones we talk about have not been. I want to dedicate this in memory to Nachman Futterman, who has passed away today and is awaiting burial. And interestingly enough, that's exactly the topic that comes up on Daf 3 of Megillah. We are specifically talking about a situation where somebody has passed away but is awaiting burial. And it just feels very strange that as I'm recording this video that we have a member of our community, someone who's been around here for a long time and does a tremendous amount for this community, who is in that exact circumstance. So what are we talking about? We're talking about something called a mate mitzvah. So a person who passes away, but again, has not yet been buried. We said there's this whole mitzvah, of course, to be burying the dead. And what do we do if we've got multiple obligations on ourselves at the same time? We have, say, it is the day of Purim. We're supposed to be reading the Megillah, but somebody has passed away and is awaiting burial. Do we say, well, hang on, and we'll bury you later, but we got to read the Megillah now, or do we not? And the answer that the Gemara gives is that no, we absolutely do not do that. That a mitzvah, it falls into the category of what we call kavod habriyut. That is the human dignity, the honor we give to the human body, to people, to our physical selves. It has to take a certain precedence. And we point out how it will often override negative commandments in the Torah. And it also certainly override a rabbinic commandment like that of reading the Megillah, that when somebody has passed away and has not yet been buried, there's a lot of human dignity that is tied up in that. And that we need to say that, you know what, we have these other things we want to be doing and that the Jewish calendar requires us to do. Okay, we'll get to it. But there's somebody whose dignity is suffering if we don't attend to their burial first. So we must do that first, and then we can go and turn around and do everything else. Now, in this circumstance, would that mean that, well, here I am making a Torah video, this person awaits burial? It's like, no, there are people who are taking care of that, who things are going on. The funeral for today is scheduled, the burial is scheduled. The people who have the responsibility to do that, they are the ones who would have to put off other things in order to attend to that. Other people like myself and the rest of the members of our community, well, you know what, that's not incumbent upon us to be doing that. We really have no role to play in that. Therefore, we can't use that as an excuse. No, we would go to the funeral. But otherwise, the obligations of the burial, if we're not actually involved in it, is not falling on us. But for somebody who it's actually falling on, or if you go and you bury this person, or this person's not going to get buried, well, that person is an entirely different category. And even if it's Purim and they want to be reading the Megillah, it's like, no, this is not the time for it. You have an obligation that takes precedence because human dignity overrides.